Dear James Swan and the United Nations in Somalia, we the people do appreciate the financial support provided by the global community and friends of Somalia. This financial support is crucial for helping Somalia to recover and regroup from the political turmoil and the devastation of the last 30 years. Being said that, we the people are extremely concerned about the late incitements and encouragements of political destruction for the country by undermining the legitimacy of the president and the parliament. We the people will never forget the history of our independence, which we have received from the European colonizers whom abused our people for over 70 years. We are also aware of what's happening today in a broad daylight is a modern slavery run by the children of the colonizers. The United Nations Somalia statement of today is a clear intimidation that undermines our sovereignty. One man, one vote is the law of the land, period. Encouraging the spoilers and people without legitimacy, aka political stakeholders, or Samilay in Somali language, and the federal member states to decide the federal election matters is a violation to the democracy in general, and also its violation to our law. Somalia has only one party that has a mandate, and they should be given the opportunity and the required support to lead the country. UN Somalia has intimidated the Somali community time and time again by meddling in our politics and interfering our local politics. By meddling in our matters and interfering our politics. Are we still in slavery or under colony? Well, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's definitely a duck. The sovereignty of our country is under attack, and a war against our freedom is being declared. Let me be clear. Somalia has never been in a better position to manage its day-to-day matters because of the current administration and the resilience of the Somali people. Someone who knows what to do and how to do, someone who understands the rights and the responsibilities of the citizens and the borders and the limits of the foreigners is in office. And let me remind you one thing, we're still suffering from the legacy of the colony. Friends do help in times of hardship. They do not hurt. We don't need foreigners to dictate our future and to decide our destiny. No thanks. I will take this opportunity to advise the UNISOM, United Nations of Somalia, and Mr. James Swan that they refrain from these acts, or else they will be the sole party responsible for any unwanted consequences. Somali people have elected their leaders, and you should assist them to deliver. Rather, United Nations of Somalia has time and time again lined it up with spoilers, aka saamileyda siyaasadda, stakeholders, political stakeholders, and they encouraged them to repeat empty threats against our government. We are sick and tired of this modern day slavery and the unisoms negative rhetoric that's coming one after another. Hands off. Our sovereignty and freedom should not be undermined. Go back to the diplomatic correction channels. If you have any concerns, there are diplomatic channels, the cables to communicate with who has legitimacy. You do not scare and frighten the public. Security of Somalia is very fragile. Everyone should be very careful by always considering the deadly consequences. Thank you.